Welding Hoods. Grand Rising family, Grand Rising. I'm your welding coach, Joe Brown, aka Black Phoenix. In this rising, I just wanted to go live briefly to give you some information. You know, I believe in information changes our situation. You'll be surprised on how knowledge can put you in a better position, especially when it comes to spending your money, purchasing things, choosing a career, starting a business, or just figuring out what direction you want to go in life. I think information is where it's at. So my goal is today is to give you a couple tips that can help you establish yourself when it comes to picking a welding hood. Not to break the bank getting started, but to get what is needed getting started. And I want to highlight 5 things. I got 5 things that I got highlighted in my phone. And one of the things is lens type. The second one is switching speed, which is your auto darken lens. Viewing area, which is do you have a 2x4 or a 4x4. The helmet weight and size, the comfort of it and the size of it. Like, is it too bulky? Is it comfortable? All of those things matters. And the number of sensors. So it all depends if you are doing fabrication, fitting, if you are outside doing repairs and installs, if you are doing pipe or structural, all of those things are going to, you have to take into consideration when choosing your hood. I had posted a video on my TikTok the other day, and someone says, I'm a CWI or CWE and I only have one hood. And I'm not gonna lie, family, I kind of laughed to myself. I'm like, well, you haven't been in and out the field, meaning in the shop, from the pipelines, from the construction, and you'll realize, family, you'll have several different hoods when it's all said and done. You'll have some hoods where they just like little masses where you can just literally get back there to see something because you can't put a full face mask on. So there's many different type of hoods, family, that's available out there. But I want to try to clear up the air as far as picking some. So when it comes to the lens, you want to be aware that there's 2 basic lenses that's out there. You're going to have the standard shade lens. It's even going to be a 10 to 11. That's a standard shade, and it's not going to change with the auto darken. And when you're doing a lot of pipe welding, a lot of pipe welders like that shade because a lot of time when you brother lowering pipe or you in certain positions, that auto darken can really cause you some issues with your sight. So when you're doing a lot of that type of work, it's going to be better to have a pipeline type of hood with a fixed type shade in it. Now, if you're doing some type of construction where you're not in those type of predicaments and it's not going to be in the way, then you might want to get an outlaw hood and just put the transitional shade in. Or you could just get it and put the fixed shade in. So that's the main thing. Now, when it comes to the sizes of them, though, you got the 4x4 and you got the 2x4. And I wondered, did a lot of Googling and just trying to figure out why is it 2 different sizes. And the main reason is because of the area you are seeing. One is made to really focus on the area you are welding. So, you know, when you're doing certain type of welding, you focusing on that weld alone. So all of your focus is at that particular joint. When you're doing a bigger type of area, normally you're seeing more of it. So if you're doing some fabrication, you're making something, you might need to focus on more than just the weld alone. So it all depends, like literally, what direction you're going. But normally you'll see pipe welders who do a lot of piping with the 2x4, and you'll see a more structural welders, iron workers with a bigger lens. Now, I have seen a few pipe welders with a big lens, but not many. Most of them are going to have a smaller lens. It's either going to be standard or they'll have the flip kind that are flip. They got the new hoods that are flip now. So if you want the ones that are flip, where it's standard while you're welding and you flip and you can grind it, that's a plus. Because sometimes people have to take that hood off and put on a grinding hood or grinding apparatus so that way they can see clearly. So a lot of times they've killed several birds with one stone that allow you to shade, and flip down. So it all depends on how you want to spend your money. Another thing is your speed. When you're dealing with auto darken, it's going to be how quick the speed is, how reliable it is, does it take batteries or not, certain things like that you want to keep in mind. Do it recharge the batteries? They have some hoods that you don't have to replace the batteries. Some of them you do. It's you always have to keep them. So it all depends on what you're doing and how many features. Now I have a Lincoln Viking hood, and I actually got it in the description. But one thing I love about this hood, this is like my teaching hood. I call it my teaching hood, my fabrication hood. I like this one because of a few different options that it got available. I can hold this button and turn it to grinding mode. I can just hold that button and it'll turn to grinding mode, and without flipping my hood up, and keep going. So I can see what I'm doing, hold it, check it out, hit it back, and keep going. And I like that feature when it comes to doing, look, when you're doing a lot of manufacturing, it's just good to go. And even when I'm teaching. And I like the fact that it got a lot of different shades. It even have the grind mode in here. It have it where I can turn it on straight to a 9 to a 4 shade or 5 shade. It's just a few different things that I like about this. I love the comfort of it. This here is very comfortable. You have some of them where the apparatus at the back isn't just real comfortable. It's just kind of plain. This one right here, I love how it gives a lot of support to your head. So if you're having this on your head all day, this is not real heavy neither. So I do like this hood. That's why I bought it. So I would recommend that. I actually got this one tagged inside of the video. So I like that hood. And then when it comes to the Outlaw leather, there are some things that I love about this. I love the fact that I was able to customize it, to put my own logo on there. If you got your own logo, you can do many things. But this hood right here is light as well. This apparatus right here at the back, this one isn't bad neither. But I would recommend, if you're going to be doing some stuff a lot, I would recommend spending a little bit more money here to get you a better apparatus at the back, especially when it comes to your headgear. You don't have to even spend a whole lot to change this part of it out. And I think it'll be a win-win. So it all depends on what type of hood you are buying, purchasing. They have many different styles, but I think that information changes the situation. You want to buy things that can help you in what you are doing. If you're doing a lot of fabrication, if you're doing MIG welding in fabrication shops, and you're building ornamental gates and things like that, having a plain hood like this, $50 hood, this is a transitional hood. It's not real affordable. It's not real expensive. And this is something that, you can give to students. It's not expensive, $50, $60, and you can still make a lot of money. So just because these hoods do cost different prices, one of them that Lincoln was close to $500, $400 and some change, $200, $80, then you got $40, $50, you know what I mean? So it all depends on your budget, what you like, but don't get caught up thinking that, you got to have a certain kind. They got pancake hoods. Every hood serves a purpose. And it all depends on the individual. Everybody like different things, like different cars. You got electric cars, you got gas cars, you got hybrid cars. But you should most definitely know that if you're in an area that you ain't got no electrical plug-ins, you might want a gas car. You get what I'm saying? So information could change the situation. I have heard people buying the wrong things and then realizing they're in a situation where that particular hood won't help them in what they're doing. So my goal was to just bring y'all some information because, like I say, fam, information changes the situation. So y'all be blessed, continue to prosper. I'm going to make sure I lock those messages in, and I'm out. Hold on. Thanks for checking in, fam. Be blessed.